Once again, it's time to flip the calendar. Welcome to February, where the winter sports hit their stride, and what's next is already on the horizon.
Preview.
I'm Dominic Liacani, and you're watching the Parkside Press Pass, powered by El Camino Kitchen. Let's begin this week on the hardwood, where basketball made its way up to Michigan for its first set of GLIAC rematches this year, taking on Saginaw Valley and Lake Superior State. Beginning with the women, the ladies took care of business on the weekend, sweeping the set. On Thursday in University Center, the Rangers used a second-half surge thanks to a season-best 24 points from Cassidy Arney and an even 50% team shooting to pull away from the Cardinals 75-61. 3 players were in double figures as the Rangers turned SVSU over 20 times and scored 21 points off of them while winning the paint battle by 10. On Saturday up in the UP against Lake State, Arney would lead the charge once again as her 16 points helped Parkside erase a 5-point deficit going into the fourth quarter, where the Rangers would explode for 27 points. Parkside went 17 for 19 from the free throw line, placed 4 in double figures, and got a 13-point, 11-rebound double-double from Lily Peterson, her third of the year, to pull away from the Lakers 62-52. The Rangers have now won 3 straight and are 11-9 overall with a 6-6 GLIAC ledger, good for 6th in the standings. The Rangers have a split week coming up as they head down to Chicago on Thursday for a showdown with Roosevelt at 5 before heading back home to host the number 21 ranked Ferris State Bulldogs on Saturday at 1. As for the men, it would be a different story as they would drop both contests on the road. Starting against Saginaw Valley State on Thursday, despite a career-best 27 points on 10 of 13 shooting from Paxton Warden and 53% shooting as a team, the Rangers could not find a way to slow down the Cardinals, especially at the free throw line. In a game that saw 8 ties and 11 lead changes, Parkside would fall 85-77. On Saturday, the Rangers would run into the GLIAC's best offense up in Sault Ste. Marie, as Lake State shot a gaudy 61% from the floor and 71% alone in the second half to handle Parkside 106-64. The lone bright spot of the day came from Josiah Palmer, who led the way with 15 points on a season-best 5 for 8 shooting from deep. With his third triple of the game at the 17:42 mark of the second half, Palmer became Parkside's new all-time three-point king, nailing the 260th of his career and passing Jordan Mock for the number 1 spot on the list to break a record that stood for over a decade. The men are now 9-11 overall this year with a 3-9 GLIAC record, putting them in 10th place in the standings. Like the women, they will be in Chicago to take on Roosevelt on Thursday at 7 before coming home on Saturday to host Ferris State at 3. Now let's hit the track and field, where both the men's and women's teams dominated on the weekend to take home the team titles at the Lake Michigan Open. Beginning on the women's side of things, the Rangers controlled the meet from start to finish, racking up event wins and podium finishes across the board. The Rangers were led by Essence Burrows, who won the 55 meters and posted an NCAA provisional mark in the long jump, while Jasmine Seaben claimed the 200 meters and Allison Moore won the 3,000 meters. Danny Reamer added a pair of victories in the hurdles and triple jump, and the Rangers capped it off with a win in the 4x400 relay as part of a title-clinching performance. On the men's side, the Rangers matched that energy with a complete team effort of their own. Michael Hendricks turned in a historic day, breaking his own school record in the 55-meter hurdles while also winning the 200 meters. Parkside swept the podium in the 55 meters, Caton Cratch took home the 800, and Simon Dominic delivered an NCAA provisional mark of his own by winning the high jump, a performance that currently ranks among the top 10 in Division II. Both squads now turn the page to the GVSU Big Meet this Saturday in Allendale. And finally, let's hit the wrestling mat, where the number 6th ranked Rangers continued to roll, knocking off number 12 UMary at home on Saturday night in NSIC competition to earn their 5th consecutive dual victory. The Rangers separated themselves during the duel thanks to bonus points with 3 different tech falls. the number 2 ranked wrestler at 149, Jalen Spooler, and the number 3 overall 174-pounder, Dejon Johnson, each set the tone with dominant tech fall wins before number 13th ranked Jordan Blanchard put the exclamation point on the night at 197 with a tech fall of his own to help Parkside capture a 26-12 victory. The Rangers are now 12-2 overall in duels and 6-1 in NSIC competition, good for third in the league. The Rangers are now 11-2 overall in duels and 6-1 in NSIC competition, good for third in the league. Parkside will hit the road this weekend for South Dakota, taking on Sioux Falls on Friday at 7 before heading to number 11th ranked Augustana on Saturday at 7. To keep up with all things Ranger athletics this week, make sure you head on over to parksiderangers.com/coverage. And hey, if you're feeling hungry, make sure you stop by our friends over at El Camino Kitchen, located off of Highway 41 on 77th Street in Pleasant Prairie. This has been the Parkside Press Pass.